say anything or.
Oh, real quick, my fault.
Yeah, no.
Did we talk about Meek? What's your thoughts on Meek Mill?
Go
Meek Mill getting his new trial next month.
Right.
Real quick.
I wish your brother the best of luck, man, because you know, no matter what, he's still going to a trial again. So that still don't mean he can't get convicted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just another trial. That's just another trial. That's another shot. That's giving the prosecution another shot at your neck.
Does it make you feel a little better knowing what he went through, that he'll get a outcome that he deserves this time, when we know the cop was dirty in that situation with him with the gun and the other situation with the willies and shit? He shouldn't even be on probation to begin with. So does it make you feel a little more optimistic? I 100% hear where you're coming from. Black man in the judicial system, fuck that shit. You never know. Does it make you feel a little better knowing what he went through and getting a new trial, him going next month?
No.
Damn.
Right.
No, it makes me apprehensive. Because whenever you got to go in front of that box, man, you go in front of that box, and who knows, man, it could be, you know, it's on the whim now, what of the appellate court. So it's how good of an argument his attorneys can make in front of the appellate court. Mm-hmm. They're going to be completely unbiased. At least, you know, that's what they say, they're going to be completely unbiased. So he could walk away with a conviction. And then they're going to hand down whatever they're going to hand down. And it's gone to the appeals court. So, you know, at that point, next step will be the Supreme Court.
Right.
So his freedom is in a precarious position.
I'm really rooting for Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill is a personal thing. I'm a fan of his struggle. I just, you know, I would want Meek Mill to spare no expense, because this situation right here, when you make it to appellate, it's all about money, to be honest. When you can get through the court system the way he has, it's all about money, and he may have to compromise some of his comforts of life because his potential is so high, because of his political affiliations, that it's going to be worth the investment. He's going to have to work the judicial system and invest in his freedom with it, because what they're doing is coming after his money. Point blank, it's obvious they want his money. He put himself in a vulnerable position. That's what's coming. And I don't have a problem saying it. I'm biased, but nobody says nothing when Europeans are biased. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm biased. Hell yeah, Meek, do what you got to do to get out of there. In my book, you can do nothing wrong. Because somebody else, if it was somebody of another persuasion, this wouldn't even make the news. We ever heard about all the other prominent figures that have worse cases on the books, and you don't hear anything else about it? Kevin Spacey, you haven't heard not one comment about this guy, and he has 50 counts against him, and you haven't heard anything. So Meek, what he's doing is nothing. This is a 10-year-old case, man. Yep. Get this case off that man back. He's working hard. He's being righteous in the community. He's doing his shows. He's trying to make money for him and his people. Leave dude alone. Meek, just go ahead and drop that bread, man, and keep it moving, bro. You're a survivor. You got good friends that, you know, that got their pockets right. Oh, yeah. They got your back, man. I just hope everything the best for that brother. I really do.
Yeah, I'm definitely, you know, excited to see, because it's something we all obviously been following real closely over the last year and a half, and it's just been ridiculous every step of the way. But we do feel good about, and his lawyers definitely feel good about him, you know, winning versus a hearing. Then they're trying to go to trial simply because of that police officer, you know, who was on that list of dirty cops, and they already proved for him to be a bad cop. So it's, in all likelihood, he will win. But like you said, I'm with Darren too. You kind of never know when you got to get back in front of a judge again. They can always do whatever they want to do.
It's a shame, man. It's a money game, like Consu was saying. Hopefully you just drop that bread, which is sickening in itself, because it should just be about a morale and what's right. And the fact is, the motherfucker was dirty. He never did what he was charged of, and he should be off for free. But he'll go ahead and pay that money, get off. I'm optimistic, hopefully not naive, in the fact that he will be able to travel, make his money, and do his thing as a free man within the next couple of months. But yeah, like Ogad was saying, it's great to have you guys on. Yeah. If you guys wanted to close out with any remarks, drop your handles to your social media, YouTube, things like that. The floor is yours.
Right on, man. Subscribe to blurredplanet.com and Blurred Planet. It's the home of the Black intelligentsia. Yeah, that's us, man. That's who we are.
Yep, blurredplanet.com. Consu at blurredplanet.com. You can reach me by email. Consu Sheshmamoon on YouTube. Consu19 on Instagram. Just reach out to me, man. Let's chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast in the books today, man. It's been a powerful, powerful discussion. Make sure that y'all enjoyed the podcast today. Go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. You know, we do appreciate that in advance. But that's all I got over here, though, Sam, man.
Black intelligentsia. Can you spell that shit? Because I can't. I never even heard that fucking word. You better go over there and learn something from them Blurred Planet brothers, man. They got a lot going on. They got knowledge every day, all day. Appreciate y'all, man. Definitely all the wisdom and jewels that you guys give. Another dynamic episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, exclusively on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. If you're watching on YouTube right now, if you happen to catch a segment of this podcast and want to see more, you got to go over to the audio version. So get your lazy ass up, hit that podcast button, and subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Got great news coming within the next few days. We just, like I said, dotting them T's and crossing them I's.
Yep.
We'll be back Thursday for episode 175. Oh, God, that's all I got. Peace and love.
That's all I got, too. We out of here, man. Everybody be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Appreciate it, brother. And we cannot wait, you know, to get to these guests and talk about the topics that we're going to talk about, because it's going to be a healthy conversation for the people. But before I get started, I'm going to turn the microphone over to my man, Sam Man, over there.
Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday to everybody listening out there on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. The exclusive home of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. In the building this evening, episode 174. Salute to everybody that's been hitting that 5-star, letting us know that you're enjoying the content. Definitely getting a lot raw, a lot more real on the podcast, and we appreciate it. We got 2 OGs in the building.
Yeah.
No strangers to the podcast, brother Consu from Chicago and our brother Darren from Indiana. Fellas, man, the floor is yours. How y'all doing this evening?
Man, straight chilling, man. 100, how many did you say? 176?
174, but that's that y'all know of. I mean, there's probably 100 on top of that before anybody even started counting. But 174 right now.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, I'm brother Darren. Darren Marion, Blurred Planet, Retail SEO. Darren Marion, motivational speaker. So, Consu.
Yeah, what's up, man? Brother Consu, Aboriginal Consulting Corporation, you know, financier, and economist and all that good stuff. Ready here to chop it up, man.
Yeah. So we talked about it, kind of on the fly the other day. We didn't really, talk too much as we could about the Jay-Z, his new situation, where article came out via Black America Web and a few other outlets that pretty much said that Jay-Z was investing about $3 million in a GPS monitoring technology that pretty much tracks parolees now. But me and Darren was talking back and forth about it, and he came out and said, man, I support it. And I immediately said, well, whoa, you know what I mean? In the back of my mind, I was like, this would be a good conversation to have in front of the people. So, I'm going to ask you brothers, first start with Brother Darren, since we, talked about it. What do you think about, this app right here, and how is this a good thing for one?
Well, right now on average, the average house arrest cost is about $15 per day. So the normal ankle monitoring system, about $15 a day. The system's archaic. A lot of the equipment is broken and stuff like that. An app actually levels the technology. So when you ever bring up the level of the technology, costs always come down. And ideally, those costs will be passed on to the offender or the parolee. So that actually will put them in a better position overall. Man, that's kind of just my general high level overview of it. Now, not getting into the fact that, Jay-Z was part of the investment group that he was one of the investors in this company. I think, like I was saying to you, if you're going to have a necessary evil of having house arrest or home detention, I would rather a black man, someone who is involved in the criminal justice system as Jay-Z is, to be able to help administrate that or to be able to help drive those forces.
Right.
Kansu, I want to get your perspective on that.
Yeah. You know, I beg to differ to a certain degree, only because Jay-Z was probably given intel on that particular app. Working at that level, he has investors that, or people that are consultants. He would hire somebody like me to do trace work to find out what's the best rate of return for the next investment and how to diversify and protect the income that he receives. So when you look at what he invests in, which is app technology, it's a wide open field, and he's probably invested in other apps, and he probably just invested in an investment portfolio that happened to include this kind of investment. I think more so he's investing in the technology, and someone consulted him to do that because the app technology is at an all-time high. I mean, you're making an app for just about everything now. And because of the movement and changing of cell phones, cellular devices, you got 5G coming, it really makes sense to invest in app technology. I don't think it was a moral situation, because if that would have been it alone, I wouldn't advise investment.
My truth uncensored, my whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. I like my truth uncensored, my whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. You're now tuned into the greatest. Motherfucker, you ain't never lie. If them people watching us like YouTube, then tell them motherfuckers like and subscribe. If the blunt's stale, I still click a bell.